Hi everyone, welcome to the month of October. My name is Laura and I'm here to do the main general energies for the month. In this video, I'm going to do all 12 zodiac signs, the energies and messages that you can expect this month from Spirit. I'm actually between technology at the moment, so I'm filming on my phone, and I hope the technology is okay for you. I hope everything is good with it and that it's all right, etc. So yeah, I'm going to post it here, and then on Patreon I'll also put the link for you as well. But I'm going to get going with your messages, and I'm going to start with Aquarius from the beginning. So Aquarius in October, please. Okay, so Aquarius, I'm hearing that October will be a real turning point for you. October is going to be a time when you really realize some big truths about life. I'm getting a huge energy of like it being a very, very big turning point. So I just want to see what I'm feeling with it, because it's really like, I'm telling you Aquarius, it's definitely like kind of like, I'm feeling like really the point of change for you in the year will be October. You've realized some stuff recently. Things might have been a little bit tricky as well, like you've had a lot of big realizations and you're now really moving on is what I'm hearing. You're going to be taking the appropriate steps to do so, but more than anything, it's time to move on is what I'm hearing, and Spirit says that you know that. You intuitively know that a relocation or a big change or a big shake-up is on the way soon. For you to get the life that you want, it's not happening for you in this moment, and I'm sorry about that. I feel in the energetic span that you are not living the most ideal life that you could, and actually it made me a bit sad. At the minute I thought of it, I actually got a bit emotional. It's quite sad because I feel like you're not feeling like you're utilizing your full potential or living exactly the way you'd like to, and Spirit's saying you can, but to do it you're going to need a big change. We're talking about like overhauling habits in a huge way, big changes, big moves. It's really the card of moving on. I want to show you the card that I pulled earlier. I'm redoing this because of the Mercury retrograde. I have to say the Mercury retrograde has done a number this time, and I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I know for me this one hit like very heavy, especially with planning and technology. Definitely felt like it was kind of trickier than normal, so just putting it out there. But Aquarius, I actually pulled this the last time for you, and it's the 8 of summer. I'm hearing that in the summertime, maybe when you were in nature, or you just had a big realization that you need to move on in life. Like this really says the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing it's time to move on, major life changes. And here she has a little bag and she's moving down the path. So you have just like intuitively picked up on this, and I'm telling you Aquarius today that like this energy is here for you, and it's saying, Aquarius, look at me, look at this energy. But whether you want to fully accept that will be obviously up to you, because we have free will. By the way, it's so cozy at the moment. It's raining out there, but it's so nice. I live up high, and when I can see the weather like that but be inside, it's just like so amazing. Being kind of sheltered from the rain and just having my tea, it's just unbelievable. Anyway, that's unrelated, but I'm always saying unrelated things. You're also pulling the Ace of Autumn. So this in October, Aquarius, is really good. I'm hearing late September, early October. This is the kind of energy that will come right towards you. It's going to be fast, it's going to be quick, and it's going to take you off guard is what I'm hearing. We have a windfall of money, advice or assistance from other people, a successful project, a happy change in your career. And here, the girl looks very happy with the coin. Look at that. She's almost like, yes, look what I got. So I'm hearing other people are going to assist you very easily. Some people might try to give you money. Other people will try to give you help. I'm just hearing that the coin will be passed to you. Like you're going to notice, oh wow, that person was just so generous to me. Oh wow, that person just really wanted to help me. Like that person went out of their way to give me that. Or they are so nice. That's the kind of energy. This is really, really good. And it's similar to the energy I picked up in August. There was something like this in career. Aquarius in career is super highlighted. Like aside from other energies in life, the job stuff is really like being shone for you, Aquarius. It's being spotlighted. I'm hearing you should read more books. That's also coming out. Read more books, more novels, more just books to help you. But I'm also really hearing a windfall for a select few in the collective, and I'm kind of like hesitant to say this because I hate saying you guys will get a windfall of money, because I hate when I see readings and they say that and then it's not true, and then I'm like, where's my windfall? It's like TikTok videos. It's like, you will claim this amount of money by tomorrow, and then you don't, and it's like, come on now. But I'm hearing for some of the collective, you will experience a windfall. I'm hearing once in a lifetime type things. It's going to come randomly. You're going to be like, what the heck? That is for some of the collective. Keep it in mind. And it's an ace, so it'll be big. It won't be small. It will be big. We also have unity, number 5. Doing the right thing, traditional approaches versus new ones, and a spiritually minded community. Aquarius, at the moment, what you're missing, and I'm going to wrap this up soon, but you guys have so many messages coming out already. It's insane. Like they're just flying one after the next. One thing that you've been missing recently has been a community. I'm hearing that some of you have been sheltering yourself away a bit more, and that you actually, I'm hearing a lot of you Aquarius actually work really well with like-minded spiritual individuals, but you have been keeping more to yourself. And by doing that, it's been making you overthink, stress, worry, anxiety. So a way to get out of that is to find like-minded spiritual beings or people and to spend time with them, especially next month. Try to spend time around people that you like, that you see as a good fit for you, that kind of thing. So this is coming in very heavy, Aquarius. I'm going to read the Ace of Autumn just because it sounds like an excellent card, and like that's a very positive message, to be honest with you, about the windfall. I actually want to even know just for you guys like what that's going to look like. But yeah, we have the Ace of Summer, or Autumn, sorry. So let's see what the message in the book says. I don't always read the book, but just if I feel like it's interesting. Wonderful news. Ta-da! I'm hearing you're going to have like that thing in your eye when you see it. You're going to be like this is you when you get this thing. You're going to be like, or like I'm seeing the image of the person almost holding it and being like, wow, oh, like that's what I'm seeing. A windfall of unexpected resources arrives to help you pursue your dreams. The fairies are trustworthy manifestors, and they've brought you a gift. It could be financial abundance, such as money. It could be wise counsel, physical help, or introducing you to influential people. Use your resources wisely, make a plan for how you can best utilize them, and if your thoughts have turned towards longer term goals, now is a good time to make investments. The young fairy sits upon great potential and knowledge. She knows that one day she'll be able to turn it into magnificent abundance. Investing in real estate, a successful venture, giving without expecting anything in return, and a happy change in career. So some of you Aquarians that are listening to this, you might be investors. Maybe you have something to do with real estate. Maybe you have something to do with the stock market. It's not as much my thing. So even when I talk about it, I'm like, you know, even though actually recently I was reading or listening to Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm always looking at these things, but it's not really my thing. But anyway, yeah, so some of you, if you're in that lane, it would be a great month to start something up, invest in someone's business. With the stock market, I can't talk about that. I don't think it's a great time for that, so we're going to veer away from that. But maybe in other things that you have investments in, it's a good time to like look at that, or to even think about it in the future. Maybe if you're listening to this message, this could be something you could do in the future, because I'm hearing some of you need to use your resources more wisely. Spirit's telling me you've been fumbling the ball, and I'm so sorry to say it like that, but Spirit is roasting sometimes, and that's just how it comes out. So Aquarius, it's been a lot of messages for you. I have to say, Spirit has a lot to say to you. October is going to be busy. October is going to be communicative. But I hope you enjoy the month, and I need to listen to or go to Pisces now to jump to the next reading. So, Pisces, what we have for you is the Three of Summer and the Ace of Winter. So, Pisces, I'm feeling like in October, you're going to have news worth celebrating with other people. Maybe in October, you're going to have friends that have a graduation, friends that have a birth, friends that have a marriage, and you go to it or something like that. Like, you're going to be celebrating your friends in some regard. Like, friends are in October very, very highlighted for you. And it's just saying there will be news worth celebrating. Like, it will be a month of celebration. And it's really gorgeous. Look at that. They're all like dipping in together. So I'm seeing that similar to Aquarius, when you feel like you found like-minded people that are on the same vibe, even aesthetically, some of you Pisces, actually your friends physically look like you, aesthetically look like you, you all look similar, because that's like a similar vibe between all the fairies. It's good for you at this time similarities rather than differences are good. And usually I know we say, go for friends that are super different. But in October, Spirit really wants you to hang out with friends that are super like you, because I think you just need that boost of being like, oh, I don't feel so alone, or so this or that or the other. I've got this friend who's thinking the same thing as me. So that's really important, because I feel like in recent times you've been dealing with people who are thinking the opposite of you, and that's been bringing a bit of struggle into your energy, Pisces. Actually, during this reading, I saw a white feather move up in the sky as I heard Spirit say, congratulate Pisces for their motivation and ferocious determination in their goals. The feather literally was like this, floating up in the air, and I was like, oh my God. It's Pisces spirit guides saying to Pisces, well done, you are doing an excellent job, you are on the way. I'm hearing, Pisces, that you don't always feel like the person that other people see you as. You don't always see it as much, but your spirit guides do. And they're telling me, they're like, tell Pisces, I see Pisces here, down here, putting in the most energy, putting in such a determination towards their goals, even when it's hard, even when they lose motivation, they are still determined, and it's a very beautiful thing. They are so proud of you, Pisces. Like, your spirit guides, angels, I'm hearing archangels for some of you, are up there and they're like, yes, Pisces. So that's really, really good and really positive. We also have the Ace of Winter. And it says in October, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas should be implemented. So, Pisces, I'm hearing during this Mercury retrograde, your communication was quite impacted. Like, your communication with other people was really super duper impacted. People were confused by what you were saying. You were having things where you were like, I just don't like this from this person. It was very messy, is what I'm hearing. So in this Libra season in October, that will clear out a little bit for you, and a new fresh energy is going to roll through, which will be so much better for you, and it's going to be amazing. Don't be deterred by challenges, because I think the universe and spirit has been like sprinkling in a few challenges here and there on purpose to see how do you deal with the, Pisces. But the great thing is, spirit has noticed that no matter what the challenge that has come in, you still are motivated on your goals, and that is commendable. Spirit saying, like, wow, it's like really, really beautiful. Your guides are proud. Maybe you want to get in touch with your guides in October. I'm hearing Uriel. Who else am I hearing? Michael. Archangels, grandparents, spirit guides. Those are the people to get in touch with, Pisces. They would like to hear from you in October. Also, new ideas. Some of you, Pisces, have been having new ideas, and these new ideas are going to be shown in October. I'm hearing that these are side ideas. So, you know the way you have your main thing in life, or you have something that you're working on, and then you have the side things that maybe don't get as much attention, but there's something we want to put out there eventually. Those things are going to take up time in October. The things that have been kind of shelved is what I'm hearing, or they are like the side projects and ideas are going to come to the forefront. Also, you've been having really good ideas. Jot them down, make a note, because you've had excellent ideas come your way, Pisces, and some of them could really turn into something physical. So that's amazing. So Pisces, thank you so much. I am going to go to the next sign, which is Aries. So Aries, we have your card already. In the month of October, Aries, you are embodying the energy of the Two of Spring. So here is the card. I'm going to read the meaning for you. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Oh my God, Aries. Wow. I'm so happy for you, because your bright future is manifested by not only hard work down here on the physical plane, but creativity. Some of you, Aries, have a wonderful, I'm hearing bright, sparky, vibrant mind, and that is manifesting your bright future with the hard work. I see all the components lining up together and really just coming through for you, so it's really super duper nice. But I also feel like other people have been helping you. Like, there has been an assistance with other people. They're both helping each other carry the boat. So I think you've been helping other people, and other people have been helping you. And I'm hearing this has created a good karma loop for you, Aries, through this act of giving and receiving and helping and receiving, this has created very good karma. And if you've wondered, you're like, I'm getting blessed, things are happening, it is mostly because of what you're doing, but it's also the good karma loop. So that's really interesting. I've never heard in my head good karma loop. I'm going to Google this and see what it's about, but mostly it's when you're partnering with other people who share similar dreams and visions, like they understand you, you understand them, and you can work pretty well together. That is one of the biggest things. Like when you do that, I really feel like that's what kind of pushes the energy ahead, and that's what keeps you happy and motivated, is dealing with these people and them dealing with you as well. Great progress. So it's like, this is good. I'm going to read it from the book because I kind of just want to really get the full impact of the card for you, Aries. But I can tell you, it's like a job well done. I have to say though, I'm not getting too much other energies with financial abundance with it or other things. So I think they're still on the way, but the progress is really good. I also got a little throat chakra thing I'll come back to. So it says, the 2 of spring, you're off to a wonderful start. It's as if you have the whole world in your hands. Choices about the short-term future now appear, and the most important thing to remember is that it's safe to take chances. If you had every possible resource at your disposal, what brave new steps would you take? Evaluate the situation and move forward quickly. The possibility of forming a partnership with others might present itself. This can be a wonderful way to move mutual dreams forward as you encourage each other to follow your passions. Just make sure you're on the same page with whoever you're partner with. A bright future, joint creative endeavors, success through hard work, great progress being made, gay relationships or friendships. So that is being highlighted. Gay relationships or friendships are coming to the forefront for you. And it's really nice because you can see the 2 men here look very sparkly and very like they're different, but they're like, we are both similar here. So that's being shown and that's being highlighted. I feel like a lot of the areas you're watching here, you might be in the LGBT community or identify with what I just said. That is really you. And it's just that thing of recognizing it's about the community. It's not just about me, it's about other people too. It's really, like, it's stunning. I like it a lot. You can probably tell from the way I'm reacting. It's super, super nice. Yeah, so really, really good. I just want to check the communication thing that came up. I just want to, like, see what that's about. Let's see. The communication thing that came up, Aries, is something about your relationships. Communication might have been confusing for you lately, like in your romantic relationship. Something about the future being decided has been difficult with communication. That's what Spirit's saying. In October though, a good way to get out of that is to go out and have fun with your partner, to celebrate, to drink, to lighten the energy, because maybe it has felt a bit more heavy, or communication has just been off is what I'm hearing. You might have just been like, what the frick, like, I'm not enjoying this communication, and so Spirit's kind of saying it's time to take another approach with it or something like that. So there is that. Let me see, what am I going to go to next? I'm going to go to the next sign, which is, I do believe it is Gemini. I really hope I don't forget any signs. That's why I really should have written them down, but I'm going to go to Gemini next. No, sorry, I just realized it's Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, I almost skipped over you there, so I'm going to take it as a sign that some of you Taurians feel neglected at the moment in life by friends, by partners, by people. You feel overlooked, you feel skipped, and you don't like it. That's what I'm hearing. That's what you've been feeling. I'm sorry, Taurus, that's not a good feeling. I can understand. I'm going to see what we can look at here for you. Yeah, I think something that's been coming up is that Spirit really wants you to listen to your heart more. Listen to your heart chakra in October about what it's telling you, because I feel like, Taurus, your heart is calling for some sort of attention at the moment, and you're maybe not listening to it as much, and it's saying, listen to your heart. I think there's a song, I can't remember which one, it's like, listen to your heart when it's calling for you. I don't even know how to sing it, but maybe you want to listen to like Disney songs or like empowering love songs, something to brighten your energy, because I really don't, like, that energy I picked up in the beginning, that is not a good feeling. Like, it's really not. It's one of the worst things to feel. And so I think listening to your heart more and listening and tapping in will be really, really important. I'm hearing, Taurus, that you've been taking care of others, and it says, perhaps too much. Some of you are seriously the rock of some of your partnerships and connections, and Spirit's kind of just saying that sometimes you have a little tendency to just sometimes take care of people a little bit too much. I'm hearing you make things too easy for them so that they can do things easier, but that in the end they are benefiting and you are not. So that's just really the energy I'm picking up with it. It says, a close and trusted friend, an important cause, protecting people who need assistance, be sure to give and receive, a spiritual teacher. You're extremely intuitive, Taurus, and Spirit's really saying that you can protect people who need assistance at the moment. You might come across people in October who need your assistance and they need your loving, comforting energy. And that's really a big thing that will come in for you this month. Like, you will be called to take care of these people, to offer them assistance, to offer them protection, to offer them everything they need, basically. And the same with your friends. I think at the moment some of your friends need to talk to you. That's just another side message I'm hearing, Taurus. They want to hear from you because you have a deep love for your friends and family, and like, you're there for everybody. But for this reason, you give too much. And when it happens, you might just start to feel like, well, I give out all of this to people and what I get back in return at the moment is being overlooked. Like, that's the thought process I'm seeing. And Spirit's really saying a great way to try to get out of that energy just for the moment, because it's a really tricky thing to be in, is to embody the energy of the sun. Number 19, aka probably your lucky number. The sun says, plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas, gratitude for the blessings of life. So Taurus, Spirit really wants you practicing gratitude more in the month of October, praying to your angels, praying to your guides, expressing thanks, expressing gratitude to them is really important to moving on from this energy, because the energy has been like clinging at you, and to just kind of break free from that thoughts and that pattern. I think starting your mornings and starting your day well is very important. I have to say, I've even noticed myself, the mornings that I start the day right, like I exercise properly, I take on the day the right way, the day goes very differently. And I'm hearing for you, Taurus, that's something that could really help you at the moment. It's developing a steady routine, and one that involves planning and blessings and gratitude. Something that involves combining those things together. So something that's structured but spiritual will super help you out. Also, walks in nature, flowers, hikes, anything out in the greenery with flowers and nature, as well as having flowers in your space will be very good for you at this time. But yeah, I want to tell you something good, because that message in the beginning was heavy. And it says, Taurus, you really bring fun into everything you do. Maybe you juggle multiple priorities or multiple jobs, and you have an exceptional talent for multitasking. You're great at multitasking. Like, you can do it and make it look easy. Like, where some people would take it on and be stressed AF, you can do it and be like, all good here, all good, son. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe some of you have a son. You've always wanted to have a son, or we're talking about the physical sun. Make sure to get out into the sun if you've been spending time inside. You've been more of a homebody recently is what I'm hearing. Make sure to get out into the sunshine and to let those beautiful rays or sun codes kind of like hit you in the morning, just to get that good energy. So thank you so much, Taurus. I'm going to go on to the next sign, which is Gemini. So Gemini, let's take a look at what's coming for you in the month of October. So Spirit for Gemini, please. Okay, we have a beautiful blue card. Okay, Gemini, I'm hearing that everything that you want to wish for is on your fingertips. I'm hearing your fingertips are really important. Like, whatever you look at, point at, touch is extremely important. So this is almost like, you know what the love language is? One of them is physical touch. I think touch is a very important thing for you, but especially your fingertips. If you manifest, your fingertips are a very powerful way to do this. So if you do any kind of ritual, spell work, your hands, but more specifically your fingers, are really important for that. Gemini, we have the Seven of Summer, and I'm going to read the meaning of the card. But first, look at the energy that's coming off that fingertip. Like, wow. It's like the finger's going like this, and then it's like, whoa. I'm actually trying to remember what movie has the fingertips. I can't remember. Is it Spider-Man is coming to mind, but if you know any other ones, comment them below. There's some sort of movies where there's magic coming from the fingers, but like, that's you. You're almost like a superhero in the real world. Maybe you feel like that sometimes. You're like, I almost feel like I have a magic power and I'm using it around the place, and that I'm like in the matrix, but I'm using the spiritual finger towards things. So it's quite interesting. It says, no more procrastinating, power that comes from making a decision, confusion that arises from over-analyzing options. So Gemini, one thing that's cropped up for you in recent times is sometimes when you over-analyze options and what you should do, it leads to a lot of confusion for you, because you're like taking almost too much time to decide, and by doing that it's kind of muddling in the energy a little bit, and it's creating a mixed energy, which when the universe receives a mixed energy from us, we get a little bit of muddled energy back. You're actually a very spiritual, bright, powerful, happy person, as we can see here. And Spirit just wants you to use a little bit more clarity and directness with your decisions. Like when you make a decision, to just go for it and to not procrastinate, just to go fully forward on it is going to be super important, or has been from the 7th month of this year. It's like the energy that was like coming at you. I feel in October, it's looking good. It's looking good, not gonna lie. We have the 9 of Coins, the Abundant Lady card, which this means like wealthy. Why did it come out like that? It's like you're bundling your coin. Okay, I don't know what that means. Bundling your coin. You're like basically starting to get a bit more coin, and Spirit's saying like it's time to start saving and start looking to the future as to where to put those coins, because I see here she's gathering them and putting them on different sides. So I'm hearing maybe you want to open different accounts, like bank accounts or savings accounts, or putting your money in different places is what I'm hearing will start to be really, really important. But also with the 6 of Spring, you Gemini have a Victorian energy on you. It's a real, very like angelic spirit guide linked to the forest, but also linked to the Victorian age. So maybe you want to look at the Victorian era, the costumes, the dresses, the people, because I see a very Victorian and victorious vibe on your spirit guides. It says, wonderful news is on the way, smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. So in the month of October, you're going to experience some sort of public recognition that will all really make you be like, damn, like this is good, this is really, really good. Like you're going to be like, whoa, me? I'm hearing this thing of you being like, me? Really? Like you might be up for some sort of reward, you might be recognized, like a coworker might be like, hey, you're doing an awesome job, or like point you out in front of everybody. This type of thing is what I'm feeling. Congratulations on a job well done. It's not a time to be shy or humble. Even if you don't normally seek attention, it's healthy to bask in the glow of your accomplishments at the moment. Allow people to see the wonderful things that you've created. Let your unique talents and passions be known, because you're a role model to people, showing them what's possible. Wonderful news is on the way to you. It could be a promotion, a career opportunity, an award, and the card features a person of great accomplishment. Success, rewards, scholarships, being in the public eye, an offer of help, and smart choices. So like, not gonna lie, this is good, Gemini. I'm hearing that like you're receiving good karma. Like I think you've been working hard and doing good, and all of this is coming back to you, and it's in the form of like, you will see this good karma come to you in the form of something that comes when you're like, wow, that is interesting. Like you'll be like, that person didn't have to do that. That didn't have to go that way, but it did. It somehow just worked in my favor. Like you're almost just gonna feel like, I don't know if you believe in God, if you don't, like almost like the divine spirit is like putting things in your favor and making sure that you get those good bits of recognition that you deserve. So really good, Gemini. October is looking very nice. The one thing I just saw to ease up on is the procrastination, but take it easy with yourself. I know sometimes I even find myself, procrastination hits. I know during the Mercury retrograde it did, and we just have to take it easy with ourselves. But you know, it's a balance of being strict with ourselves and being procrastinating sometimes. So it's finding a balance in between of letting ourselves rest, but also knowing when to motivate ourselves. And I think that's something for you that will have come in or will be coming in this month. So thank you, Gemini, and I'm going to move on to the next sign. We have Cancer. So Cancer, what is coming up for you in the month of October? Okay, you were stuck in the middle of the deck. So Cancer, you might be stuck. Okay, I'm going to collect that in a minute. You're stuck on a decision at the moment is what I'm hearing. You're really stuck on what to do, because the card was lodged in there and I was like feeling a very stuck, trapped energy. Some of you feel physically trapped, some of you feel mentally trapped, but in different ways, Cancer, you feel like you can't escape, or you can't move, or you just can't get out of the box that you're in. Like maybe your environment, or even your home environment is what I'm hearing, is trapping you somehow. Like in some respect, it's doing this. So I'm going to read the card. Okay. That's so weird. I don't know whether to go for the one on the ground or the one on the table. But I'm going to go for the one on the ground first because I was feeling like I should. So we have release number 13 and it was down facing and it also jumped. So the energy off this is pretty loaded. Let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Number 13. So Cancer, number 13 is very important for you. That's the first thing. When you see number 13, 1, 1, 1, 3, this kind of thing, that is a very, very good sign for you. But you might start seeing 13 because I feel like it's just something in October that will come up. Let's see what the book says. Okay, it says, moving forward, freedom to change, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, transformation, reincarnation. So Cancer, you're like, you have like recently released the past, like, or you're in the process. So some of you have done it, others of you are in the process, and you're almost starting to feel a rebirth happening. You're like, I'm starting to become a new person. I feel new. I feel a new energy. I feel a fresh wave come over me. And I'm just feeling this come in very strong because if I look back a year ago as to where I was, who I was with, and what I was doing and feeling, I feel very, very differently now. So you're releasing those old energies. I feel like Cancer, in October, it will be a big thing for you to release some old habits. Some of them will be really strong. And when I said that, whatever came to your mind straight away, whatever popped in first is the bad habit to let go of. And October would really be an excellent month to do so. It would be an excellent month to kind of like finally get rid of that bad habit and get it away from you, because some of you know it's not good for you and you've picked it up. You're like, I shouldn't be doing this anymore. I shouldn't be thinking this way or behaving this way, but you can't let go of it. And Spirit's saying, let October be the month you make a change. Let it be the month that things go differently. And I'll take this too because I'm a Cancer moon and I know exactly what happened. I need to let go of. So this message is for all of us. When I say this, I'm not grilling you. I'm actually applying it to my own life as well. It's to help us evolve, to make us better, to make us grow, and to help us grow together as well. I'm also hearing higher viewpoint. Some of you Cancers need to see some things in your life from a higher viewpoint. You need a different point of view. You need somebody not in your life to tell you about certain things or to give you different viewpoints on things that you're experiencing. Because I saw a crane out there and Spirit told me Cancer needs to go up high. Like maybe you need to go up higher, or you're going to higher thought, or you'll find a higher mentor, or you need to see things from a higher perspective than what you're doing right now, because I think right now you're looking at things from a very earthly, practical level, and when you go up to the spiritual level, things look very different. Like even situations that look a certain way in the physical level look very different in the spiritual realm. There could be reasons for why it is that way down there. So I think contacting a spiritual mentor to get more clarity on that would be really good, and just to find out more information about what that looks like for you, I think is going to be really important, Cancer. I want to really, I was about to say release this, read this from the book. Communication is still in Mercury retrograde, as you can probably tell, but listen, we're doing our best here. So it says, when attachments to your personal history block you from progress and joy, it's time to release the past and go forth boldly in an exciting new direction. You can learn from your past to move forward, or you could be held back by it. It's true in every aspect of your life, whether it's your relationships, your career, or your health. I feel like the past has really been the big thing, Cancer. It's been the thing stopping some of you from fully stepping into a new cycle, because sometimes you have memories of the past, sometimes you feel like you might step back into the past, but the past has a pretty strong hold on you. But on the positive, I'm hearing that some of you are very attached to positive memories as well. Like you remember a lot of the stuff about the past, both positive and negative, but you often have nice flashbacks as well of when you were young or when you were with your family when you were young. So I see a lot of past energy. So to be honest, I'm wondering how the Mercury retrograde impacted you, given that right there, because you already have a tie to it and it would have probably amplified it even more, if I'm honest. You're also pulling a similar energy to Aquarius. Cancer, I would advise you to watch the Aquarius reading and go back and click into the timestamp, go to Aquarius. Aquarius pulled the same card as you, so two signs are traveling through a similar energy this month. But it says, the Eight of Summer, a desire to move on to a more meaningful life, realizing it's time to move along, choosing to make major life changes. So you know, Cancer, intuitively that from October, big life changes are up for you. Like, you can feel and sense in your body and mind and heart that you need to do something big to make big changes coming up, that you can no longer continue just down the path you've been going. Now is the time to bring in new fresh energies and new fresh things, and that you need this to come in very powerfully and very fast to make big progress on your path. So if you've been turning to new things, wanting to release old habits, maybe wanting to go to new places, this is all correct. The person literally has a bag in their hand and they're moving down a new path. So for some of you, that could mean physical relocation. For others of you, it means letting go of one thought process and going into a new one. It can mean so many things. But I'm going to read the card. It says, a relocation or a job change, a big turning point, leaving home, searching for deeper truths, spiritual growth. There's more to life than what meets the eye. So for some of you Cancers, if you're younger and you still live at home, it could be a moment where you leave the home, where you finally venture out on your own path and you're like, okay, what should I do? I will say I'm getting a quote from a poem by Robert Frost, and it's called The Road Less Traveled. Is it The Road Less Traveled or The Road Less Taken? I can't remember, but it's about two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and it talks about the person taking the one less traveled. So taking the one less traveled will be good, and maybe it's a path that other people in your family or life didn't take, but it's the one Spirit wants you to take, especially from October is what I'm feeling specifically. So best of luck with that, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed the month of October, and I'm going to head on to the next sign, which is Leo. I really keep forgetting the signs in this reading. It's quite incredible, but I believe the next sign that we're going on to here is Leo's. So Leo, let's see what's coming in for you. What do we have for Leo in the month of October? So Leo, your energy is the Nine of Winter. This is what you're traveling through. Some of you might have colds, flus, or itchy noses or sinus things come in, like something with your eyes and nose could be flaring up this month medically. So hope everything's okay. If you get the seasonal cold or flu, I'm sorry for you. It's no fun, because I'm feeling like some of you will be or have been indoors a bit more and kind of trying to deal with that little bout of sickness. So I really wish you a safe recovery. I hope you get better soon, and also just rest your physical body until you do. Our world tells us we always need to get back out there and push along, but Spirit's saying take it easy until you feel fully better if you have had stuff crop up, especially in the 9th month as well. So we have unfounded fear, focusing on the worst case scenario, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem at hand. So Leo, I see you recently up at night. Maybe some of you have been looking at your window, you've been gazing, you've been reflecting, heavy in thinking mode. The person here is looking straight at the moon, kind of like wondering why. I feel like at nighttime your problems have been amplifying a little bit. You've been worrying about them a lot, and when you do that, it amplifies them out of proportion. So the worry starts to grow and grow and grow and get really big, and then it's like pop. So that's what I'm really feeling with it. I want to clarify to see what we can do to help you, Leo, this month. So you're basically moving on from toxicity. You have been leaving anything in your life that's giving you the devil energy, or that's just like super duper toxic. You're like, I need to get away from this. So you're moving on in a very strong and very, very powerful way in life. Like, you're taking life by the horns. You're moving on positively and strongly is what I'm hearing. But there's a big call in October to move away from toxic things, places, people. And to do that, sometimes it's been putting you here in this Nine of Winter. I'm also going to read the Nine of Winter from the book, just to see what else it says for us. So, let's see. It says, the Nine of Winter. This card comes to you when worry has reached an unnecessary level. You may indeed have concerns and plans that you need to process, but your fear isn't in proportion to the circumstances. Take a few moments to walk in nature, talk to God, the angels, the fairies, and quiet your mind. You will feel better soon. So it's kind of what I said in the beginning. You will feel better soon. And I really feel in October, especially towards the middle and the end, the energy will strongly pick up for you. Breathe. With success often comes stress. If you let it build up, it can take a physical and emotional toll. So nurture yourself and explore other ways to treat your anxiety, such as massaging, acupuncture, Reiki, or treating yourself to a spa day. So yeah, I really see you just being in an energy of fear and worry and anxiety. And I feel like in October, you should treat yourself to one of the things just said there, to lift your energy, to make your body feel better, to feel more strong and more powerful. If you've been having trouble sleeping, Spirit's saying look at natural sleeping remedies, because you might have had trouble just really getting a peaceful sleep. And often our mind can be the greatest source of lack of sleep or even sleep problems. Like I know for me, I've definitely had often some kind of like nightmare issues. I get night terrors sometimes if I'm not dealing with things in my life or not solving things properly. So if you're experiencing any of that, the first thing to do is to work it out in the physical world first, what you're experiencing and what you're going to bed with that's worrying you like that, and to try to take it out of your brain before you go to sleep, as well as a sleep meditation to help you out. So I really hope things get better for you in the month of October. I see a tricky energy, Leo. I'm not going to lie, this is not your sunniest month of the year. It's not the easiest month of the year. I'll be honest with you, but I do see you successful. That's the thing. A lot of the things that are coming to you sometimes go out of proportion. So you sometimes make it bigger than what it is. So that's just something to keep an eye on. But I do see you having success, and I want to pull a little bit more of a positive message for you as well, just to kind of round it out. For Leo, please. Okay. So so you might be moving away from a Pisces or a Piscean energy, or you're moving away from things that feel hidden and secretive and sneaky. I see this thing of being done. You're like, I am done with the bullshit. I am done with this sneaky lies, the whatevers. Like, I see a powerful energy coming from you and for you, that you're like, I'm done doing these things myself, but I'm also done accepting these things from other people, because I don't like the Seven of Swords. I don't like to be the Seven of Swords, and I don't like to see it in other people. So I'm going to make a strong move forward. Some of you might be traveling in September. Oh, I was about to say October, but maybe you traveled in September. But those 2 months are highlighted for physical travel as well. But mostly I feel it's on the mental plane, that you're moving away from toxicity, you're moving away from those things, and you're coming towards a better energy. I will be honest with you, Leo, though, like from a psychic perspective, I think November will be better. This month has a few kind of mental challenges for you. It won't be too bad, but I'm just warning you about it psychically so that you can prepare yourself. And if I was you, I would protect your energy and your physical space. We're talking evil eye-like necklaces. You can get them for your home. I'm talking crystals, saging, protecting your energy in the month of October, and especially your crown chakra, where your thoughts lie in here, will be super duper important. So thank you, Leo. Thank you for listening. And I'm going to move on to the next sign, which is Virgo. So Virgo, I'm going to read your energy for the month of October. Spirit, what do you have for Virgo? For Virgo, please. Okay, whoa. Okay, so Virgo, a lot of energy wanted to come out for you, and I'm putting them back because I'm not reading 6 cards for you. So maybe lately, Virgo, you have felt like you have a lot of things that you're juggling. You're like, there's this, there's this, there's this. You might have gotten more busy. You might feel a bit more stressed. You might be like, I have so many things on my plate. In your main priority list, I see up to 6 things that are like pressing for you. And you're trying to manage them and juggle them, but sometimes you feel a little bit out of whack where you're like, oh my, there's a lot going on. So I can see that in your energy field. We have number 12, which is awakening. And then we have the Queen of Winter. The Queen of Winter is strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny. And it really says on the card here, let go of people or things that don't serve you anymore. Now's the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individuals. So this is quite a determined, strong, self-sufficient, independent energy, Virgo. And this is what I see a lot of Virgos in the collective embodying. You're needing to change the way that you're looking at some things in your life, like changing your perspective, because I feel like it's been a bit cold lately for you. Like with this energy, it feels a little cold, like a little frosty, especially with the card. And I feel like it's time to kind of change the way that you're broaching the situation, because this energy will be going all the way until the end of the year. It's not something that would be just October. It's going to go past that point. So let me check out the Queen of Winter for you and read you the message. It says, let me just find it. The Queen of Winter has seen it all. She may have experienced difficulties during her lifetime and has only grown stronger in the process. She knows exactly what to do, even if you have no idea, and she can point you in the right direction with the flick of the wrist and a glimmering no in her eye. Even though the Queen has seen her share of challenges, it's helped her gain resolve and strength. So it says, being wise and a knowing friend, the patience and practice of feng shui, being focused on your career rather than relationships, unmarried or divorced individuals, perfectionism. So this is giving me such Virgo energy, this card. I can't even explain to you. Like, if I was to tell you what is a Virgo, this is what the card is giving me. Aside from, obviously, not all Virgos are divorced or unmarried, but you get it with the energies on the card. This is quite funny. This Queen is often single and does not suffer fools easily. So she can put you in your place. Like, Virgo, people see you as somebody that can put people in their place. Like, you're just too wise. You've seen too much from people to be able to stand the bullshit. Like, you can put people in their place real quick. I'm hearing you've got a wit, you've got a something in you, that you can spot the details when somebody's lying, BSing around. You can see it so fast. And sometimes that intimidates people, is what I'm hearing, because they're not ready for it and they think they can do it with anybody, but with you they can't. So you're giving me a strong, powerful energy, Virgo. And I feel like the divine really wants you to focus on your career and to focus on your coin and to stay determined with it, because I feel like it's not the best time for relationships, if I'm honest. This is a card of solitude, and it's saying that practicing not only feng shui in your house, like moving things around, and feng shui in your space, but also feng shui in your life, to be like, okay, this needs its place, that needs its place, everything has its place. And right now the place is career. Like, I'm seeing you be like, career is the thing for me at the moment. I'm also feeling like coming up very soon, you're going to go to a place like Morocco or Milan, is what I'm hearing, or somewhere very, very exotic. Somewhere where you can find things like this, magical rugs and carpets. Like, I'm really seeing like lots of grey sand and rock, and like, this is a very magical place. You will be going to a magical place very, very soon. So there will be a trip coming, not now, but further ahead, in a very beautiful, magical place. I want to see if there's anything else, because I feel like your energy is remaining a little bit hidden to me for some reason. I'm not really sure why, because those messages were simple. But let's check if there's anything else that I didn't see. Okay. Beautiful. 9 of Summer. Wish is coming true. Dream fulfilled. A magical time of life. So there's a very magical energy about you, Virgo, this year. Like, maybe you feel it in life, you feel it in other people, or you even feel it in yourself, of like a touch of the divine, or a touch of magic, or a touch of luck has blessed you, because this is really good. Like, we could say this is a bad card, but I don't think so. I think it's a very strong, wise energy of the self. And as you know, in spirituality, when you master yourself, you can master your life. And that's what I was really getting from it. And when it's within check. When it goes too far, it could be a little icy, but you know what I mean. I'm feeling a magical energy. Like, you have magical energies coming in October, and after that there is something very unique coming to you. It is like Disneyland energies, like magic wands, magical life, magical carpets. Like, it is very magical. And maybe you felt it. You're like, what is this magic that is passing through my life? If you figure out what this is, it's a very special energy, I can tell you that for sure. It's a magical moment, and you've drawn the card of your wishes coming through. Allow your heart to be filled with childlike wonder, and spend time with family and friends in uplifting activities. Have some fun. Your dreams are being fulfilled, the end of worry, abundance and prosperity, good fortune and joy. So, beautiful, Virgo. From the 9th month of the year, the universe decided to say to you, these are the energies that I'm going to give you. Abundance, prosperity, fortune, joy. The struggle has come to an end. I think some of you were in the middle of a karmic cycle where things were difficult, where you were just starting to feel like, again, the same thing coming in. I'm so sick of it, but that energy is now going to be coming to an end. So that is really, really good, and I see positive things coming up for you after that. So awesome. So I'm going to go to the next sign, and that is Libra. And Libra, I've been told to read your card from the Harmony Tarot, which is a little different from the fairies. So you're pulling, in October, Libra, an energy different from the other signs, from all of them so far, and I'm really curious. There's some reason why Spirit wants me using this deck. So, Spirit, for Libras in the month of September, what do you have? Okay, so Libra, I see things have been a little bit tough for you lately. It has not felt the easiest. You have encountered a lot of challenges and things that have felt difficult. It's better that we shoot straight with that message and not pretend everything was perfect, is what Spirit said. You know as well as I do that things have been feeling tricky. So we have the well. And I hate to say it, I don't mean to seem pessimistic with that, but I do like honesty and I do like the truth. And Spirit saying we need to address this energy that's been passing for you, Libra. Life has sometimes felt like a dark hole, and that is really tricky, and we need to explore why that's been happening and just some energies around it. It says the well, trapped, severance, and self-destruction. So Libra, some of the things that have been coming with this energy of the well have been self-induced, and I hate to say it like that, but that's what I'm feeling, that you have played a part in some of it. Some of it has been the external, but other parts have been within your control. So we're going to read, and it says, the well is a deep and dark hole that you might feel trapped in or overwhelmed. Everyday struggles have piled up for too long without problems being addressed. This could relate to something more specific, such as a relationship or a job that's not working, some level of self-destructive or addictive behaviour, self-neglect, or a different mental health issue. It's very hard to get out of the hole and the well. It might be a confusing time that comes with a loss of self-identity and a lack of hope. But also, it won't be easy. It will require outside help. It will require severance from coping mechanisms that you've been relying on. Care for yourself, guys, in any way that you can at this time. Focus on sleep, focus on the positives, and find healthy physical focuses for your energy to use at this time. Cleansing and rituals will help you move forward. The last part, this is really important. Learn from the situation and feel whatever you need to, but don't stay in the well too long, because it can become increasingly more difficult to climb out and go into the daylight. So Libra, you can see there, like, something in your life is not working, and it's up to you to be honest with yourself about what that is and to try to get out of this well, because there's something that's going on, that has been going on, that's not in your best good, and it's now time to employ a different energy in October. Like it said there were multiple things it could be, but it's better that you be honest about what it is and that you can make some changes within whatever it is. Also caring for yourself, taking more time to do self-care rituals, or being even nicer to yourself with the way that you speak to yourself is what Spirit's telling me. Spirit's saying that sometimes you can speak to yourself in a bit of a harsh way that you wouldn't speak to other people. So it could be worth doing some CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's very useful for addressing negative thoughts, and if you felt a push towards it, Libra, it could be really good. You're in the cycle of 8, which is the karmic loop, and you're pulling similar energies to Virgo. I highly recommend that you watch the Virgo reading that I just did, because Virgo and Libra are pulling super duper similar energies, and you've got something to learn from that reading, and I think it's going to be similar to your energies as well. But it's about letting go of things that don't serve you, it's about being honest, and it's about focusing on your career. This is the energy of taking the time to plow your energy into the career and to really step it up and to get things moving, because you can see that the cart is starting to go really fast. You're also pulling the Justice energy, which is Libra. So nice. When you pull your own card in your own month, it means that the good news is that you'll be aligned with your energy. Like, your energy will feel more aligned, and your chakras as well, than they did in previous months. But to boost it even more, I'm hearing, Libra, that you could really do with some Reiki because of this releasing and letting go. That a Reiki treatment could be very good for you, so that's something to think about. I also just want to read it from the book, because this 8 means cycles wrapping up and entering new cycles. And if I'm honest, whatever that was that you're dealing with in the well, I feel like that's part of the karmic cycle, and that will be coming to an end in October, where you'll be starting to make some changes with it, basically. It's a time that it's important to stick to your principles. Trust that your opinions are correct, and time will make that evident to everyone around you. Don't let others talk you out of your beliefs or priorities, please. Remember to be impartial and objective when asked to make choices that involve other people. Becoming clear on your goals, an advocate for the truth, fair and objective decisions, well thought out decisions, standing up for what's right. Also, Libra, in this month, carefully review any documents that come towards you. If something comes in that is like the fine print and needs your attention, give it a second eye. Spirit saying just give it a very strong look, because I feel like you might miss a detail because you're doing things very fast, but be careful with it because it's an important document. So it's a lot of Libra energy, being fair, being balanced, and staying within your own energies. So Libra, that's what I see for you in the month of October. I hope you enjoy your season, and I hope that you have an awesome month. I'm going to move on to the next sign, which is Scorpio. So Scorpio, hello, how are you? I'm also being told that I should pull your card from the Harmony tarot deck. So Scorpio, you and Libra are pulling energies that are different from the rest of the collective. So this is a great month for you to stand out. I'm hearing you can stand out from other people in this month. There's something about you that will just be standing out, like different, unique, very, very different from the rest. Let's see, you're pulling the card of the divine. So that is you, Scorpio. You are very connected to the trees, nature, and the divine. Maybe this month you'll be going somewhere where you can see trees. Like, they will be visible to your eye and you'll be like, oh my God, there's so many trees. Or even maybe lately you've had a connection to trees and you're like, I feel so connected to trees. Like, you're like, every time I see them, I'm like, And you know what's funny? I'm a Scorpio rising, and I actually have felt this lately. I've felt so in touch with trees. I know it sounds weird, but like, I've seen them and I'm like, oh, I almost want to hug the tree, or I'm looking at the tree and I'm like, oh my gosh. So there's a connection to nature. Maybe you can see trees. You should be tree hugging. There is something about the tree. You're also very connected. You're a very spiritual person is what I'm hearing. You're very connected to the divine. You're more connected than most is what I'm hearing. You have an extra special connection where you are just getting more information than other people for whatever reason. You're just, because you're like so in touch with the divine, you're going to get more messages than the average person would, because you're kind of asking for it. You're like, Spirit, I love you, I want the messages. And some of you should get a protection necklace like this lady here in the card, something like that, or some sort of spiritual necklace would be really good, or maybe you have one and it really helps you with your spiritual things. So a spiritual necklace is coming across very, very important for you to hold on your energy every day. And it says, the divine is a card that symbolizes wisdom and intuition. In some cases, there may be an element of your life that isn't exactly what it seems. Maybe a situation, a relationship, or an offer that needs to be re-examined. Use your experience in order to not be deceived or misled towards a reversed or confused direction. It's important to trust your gut and know your worth, whilst also remembering your moral values. The divine also may point towards the need to focus more on your spirituality, and rediscovering it could help guide you and keep your vision clear. Having daily spiritual practices, check-ins, taking walks, baths, and quiet time is very, very important for you. Remove your rose-tinted glasses and remember who you are. So it's the card of self-worth, standing up for yourself, knowing what you deserve, knowing that you can't be deceived. And if you feel like you are, examining how and why it's happening, or even preventing it if you can, for example. There is a need, Scorpio, to focus more on spirituality than ego-based things. Maybe in recent times you've been very focused on physical things. Our house, our job, our friends, our food, like things that are physical. And Spirit's saying, I need you to get back in touch with your prayer, with your guidance, with the outside spiritual world. I want to hear from you. So I feel that quite strongly. I also want to pull a fairy for you in the month of October, Scorpio. Let's see what we have. See? Okay, so you're also pulling the Four of Summer. And here, the lady looks a little bit kind of like there's a contemplation going on here. I'm going to read you the card. It says, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, disconnected or discontented with life. So I feel like recently so communication firstly has been blipping. One second, I'll just take some tea. But communication has been blipping and tricky, and you've felt a bit of a difficultness with it. Like, it hasn't been smooth, basically, and you would like to change this, is what I'm hearing. In some aspect, you're discontented with your life. Like, you're kind of like, I don't know if this is fully what I imagined about something. And so I feel like it'll be a big month where this comes to the forefront, and that you see this Four of Summer energy more clearly. I'm also going to read it from the book for you, Scorpio, to help you out. Four of Summer. Daily life can be full of hectic activities. You could grow distracted and might not even notice opportunities that are offered to you. You might become so focused on what you don't have that you completely discount the gifts that you have been given. Therefore, it's important to spend time in nature in the month of October. Take some time to quiet your mind, your heart, and when you're doing this, ask God, ask your angels about messages, about what opportunities are around you that maybe you're not seeing. Heaven is always offering you presents, but you have to be open to experiencing these gifts. So I think in October, it's really good to not take things for granted. Don't take people for granted. Don't take situations for granted. Like, if you have some things around you that you feel like are special, I'll give you an example. I have an amazing view here in this apartment, and sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then other days I think, wow, that is unique. That is an unbelievable view. I try not to take it for granted because I'm like, I remember a time when I didn't have views, or I remember a time when I didn't even have an apartment. So it's like, it's not taking things for granted in people and places and putting in the correct time and energy to them. So this is something really, really important coming in October. Meditation, super powerful for you in October, because some of you sometimes can be daydreaming or can lack motivation a little bit, and I feel that heavy. Like, sometimes we just go through those periods, but Spirit's saying that when you meditate consistently, that lack of motivation is gone. You will just notice, you're like, wow, I've got energy to do things, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing the other, I have motivation, I have energy, and it's all when you meditate. When you meditate, it comes in very, very strong. So it's really, really beautiful, Scorpio. So those are the two energies that just popped down that I'm seeing for you in the month of October. I hope you enjoy the month. And I'm going to move on to the next sign, which is Sagittarius. I actually saw a really funny skit, Sagittarius, by a guy called Jordan Willis on Instagram. He's a comedian, and he was talking about how, like, when people call themselves Sagittarius or like a Sag, like, what is a Sag? He made a skit about it. I was laughing so hard. He was like, do you usually call yourself a Sag? And then I was like, actually, it is really funny to say Sag. Like, what is that? It's really, really funny. So Sagittarius, you're pulling the 10 of Summer. Very, very nice. If you know anything about the Rider-Waite deck and tarot, you know that the 10 of Summer, or the 10 of Cups as it's called, is the card of ultimate fulfillment in life. That doesn't just mean money, that doesn't just mean job, that doesn't just mean relationship, that means overall happiness. It means when all the different parts are functioning nicely together and you feel an overall sense of peace and joy. So that's a great energy to pull this month. I'm going to tell you what the card says. It says, an emotionally fulfilling life with family and friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. So Sagittarius, you actually have a lot of people that you can trust around you, and that's great, because I know for sure, having done readings and even sometimes in my own experience, not all of us have like a lot of people we can trust. Some of us have like some people, or like one or two people, but having a lot of people you can trust in your life is a real blessing. I would actually go as far as to say that that's a blessing in its own right. That's just as important as other abundance and other blessings. Children are going to be really important in this month. Maybe some of you have nieces, nephews, small kids, babies that you'll see, and children will be a good energy for you in the month of October. If you have the opportunity to see kids or be near kids, please do this in October. And Spirit's saying it'll just be like super magical, super amazing. It'll make you feel so good, and you'll be like, oh, I love kids. I see this thing of you being like, I love children. Maybe some of you are also thinking about kids yourself. Maybe you and your partner want to have kids in the future, and having kids and raising them is something that's going to come up in the month of October, conversationally and in person. You might see children a lot. I see a very emotionally fulfilling life for you. I see you having a lot of good family and friends and a lot of good times this month. I just want to see what else. Clarify the 10 of Summer for Sagittarius Spirit. Okay, so interesting. You are going towards leaving something, but it's giving me such a flipping energy. Like, this moving card went doot, doot, doot. So you want to move or maybe go somewhere, Sagittarius, or you something you want to get away from, but you're really like thinking about it. You're like, I don't know. But it's interesting because on one hand I see you being like, yes, I'm going to go away, and then I see, oh, maybe not. So there's something in your life that's giving you that kind of energy in October, and you definitely, oh my god, you definitely, Sagittarius, have something you need to leave behind. And I tell you here and right now that you should go, because we have two cards of leaving and going, moving, going away. whatever comes to your mind when I'm saying this is exactly what it is. First of all, I'm not going to clarify because Spirit said don't say exactly what it is. It's different for each person in each situation. But all I can tell you is that you should move away from it because it's not for you. It's not meant for you. It's not on your divine path. And it's a page. It's not a king or a queen. It's not on your level. So if you know in your life what that is and what's like giving you that energy, it would be really amazing to just move away from it, to move on, to find, I'm hearing, a greener pasture. Maybe some of you want to move to a greener pasture with your partner, maybe a farm or somewhere with greenery, with countryside. I'm hearing lambs, I'm hearing those kind of things. It would be really good to start thinking about that as well. I'm going to pull one more card for you here. My voice is going a little bit because I'm on Sagittarius out of the 12 signs, and so it takes a lot of speaking power sometimes. But it's okay. I'm getting through it. We have number 9, the Hermit. Find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. So interesting. The 9th month of the year and the 10th will be 2 months in which you have been hermiting a bit, or Spirit really wants you to. Sagittarius, Spirit actually really wants you focused on these topics. Finding a mentor for your own growth to figure out your next path. Being a mentor to other people. I'm giving you options because in the collective there's a lot of different Sagittarius around. So either being a mentor, finding a mentor, taking a break from society. This gives me almost like the energy of when Jay Shetty went to become a monk and he took like a break from society to find spiritual enlightenment. I'm getting that kind of energy for some of you, not all of you, but I'm getting that thing of like, I need to take a break to find out something specific. So if you have something that's not resolved for you, taking a step back, taking a break, maybe some of you want to live further away in the countryside, in a cottage, in another country, and you're like, I need to go there to find enlightenment. That's a big vibe, a big mood that's coming up in October. You're also very committed to your spiritual growth. I see that you're dedicated to your path to spiritual growth, whatever that means for you, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in Buddha, no matter who. I'm not judging, I just mean that you're committed to your growth, you're committed to your beliefs, and they are very strong for you, like your morals and your beliefs are coming in heavy and strong. So that's really good. So Sagittarius, I wish you an awesome month in October. Those are the energies that are coming towards you. I hope you enjoy the month and take care. I'm going to go to the last sign of the zodiac, which is Capricorn. Last but not least, Capricorn, right? Last but not least. Capricorn, please, Spirit. Okay, Capricorn, you're pulling the same energy that Cancer pulled in October. Both of these two signs are kind of correlating or going through similar things. And the energy here, Cancer, is all about releasing. Number 13, release. It says, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. So Cancer, I'm really feeling like October, or not even Cancer, Capricorn, sorry. This is a great month to let go of the past fully. I feel like there's been an ending, Capricorn, recently. Something ended and it made way for new opportunities in your life. This could have been big, have been small, but there's a real strong need for you to move on and to move into the next chapter of your life. I just want to clarify the release because it's just giving me the exact same feeling that Cancer did. It's like, it's time for a new cycle, but I just feel like there's a resistance maybe on your end to fully let it go. Because sometimes I feel it like we want to cling on to the past or the memories, or we don't really want to move on, but Spirit's saying, release, my child, let go. I got your back. I got you. You don't need to worry. If you've been worrying and you don't want to release for that reason because you're worried what'll happen, I've got you, Capricorn. I've got your back. I've got you sorted. Don't worry at all. So the divine is really protecting you. And I think Capricorn, with these endings and letting goes that are very powerful and very big for you in your life, it would be amazing to reach out to the divine in prayer and to talk directly to the higher power about this, about what you're going through, about what you're experiencing, because I'm hearing some of you have pain in your heart or you're experiencing heartbreak, and that it would be amazing to ask the divine for assistance with this. But also physically, I think some of you could do with something for your heart to help it, because it needs a bit more love, it needs a bit more light, a bit more freeing, joyous energy in it, basically. You're also pulling the 7 of Autumn. So it's funny because this is an autumn card, and in October, it's actually showing me, Capricorn, that you should go to a pumpkin field. If you can, if you've got one near you, go to a pumpkin field, get a pumpkin, even just buy one in the shop and do something with pumpkins with people would be really interesting for you. It says, have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest in October and plan your next steps. An investment of time or money. So Capricorn, you're thinking about in the future what you want to invest your energy, time and money into. This is the time to plan these things. So Spirit's saying right now, and even in October, rest. Rest yourself, and in that time, start planning about what's coming next, how you can move, what you're going to do, where you're going to put your money. Even just saving is what I'm feeling, because I think this is a card of saving, but not taking action. I think it's like the break in between is really, really interesting and great for you. We also have the 10 of Winter, the resolution of difficulties. A weight has now been lifted off your shoulders, Capricorn. The end of an addiction or codependency. So maybe you were also experiencing addictions. I'm hearing for some of you, we're talking weed, drink, smoking, whatever the addiction was. You were suffering from codependency and an addiction of some form. It could have been you, it could have been someone else, but this was traveling through. But this is now gone, and the weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Like, if you've been struggling, I see in October that like it will be gone. And for real, it says there, the end of an addiction or a codependency. You might have even had people that you felt codependent on in recent times, like chained to, that you need them for things, that you can't survive without them. That energy is also going. Because to be honest, it's easy to get into an energy of codependency, but at the end of the day, we cannot rely on people for everything. Like, they can assist us, but being codependent is a bad spot to get into, because ultimately we need to be self-sufficient as well. We are complete and whole by ourselves. We don't, like, it's amazing to have people to support, but we have to be secure by ourselves. So it will really feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders. It's saying change can be stressful and intimidating, but this one is healthy and necessary. Drawing this card means that you probably know for a long time that you needed to move on, but you were unwilling to cut the ties. Let go and set off on a happier journey for a new tomorrow. Set new goals for yourself and make this a fresh beginning. Focus on the future, not on the past. So you're traveling right towards the future. You're let going of these difficulties. You're let going of these endings. And the main thing, Capricorn, in the month of October is to have fun with Halloween things, pumpkins, Halloween decor, all of that kind of thing. And to have patience and not worry. Don't worry what the new path is looking like. Spirit has your back. Spirit will help you. But in this time, start to plan and start to think about what could come up next. So Capricorn, thank you so much. There are your energies for October. Thank you all so much for listening. The Patreon reading is going to be linked down below. Aside from that, I hope you all take care. I hope you have an awesome month of October, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye, guys.